Hello again, YouTube. I am back. I very recently completed Superion, so I'm gonna start rolling out his review. We're gonna start with both of the arm bots, Slingshot and Fireflight, because they basically share the same mold. There are some small differences in the robot modes, mostly paint. I think it's mostly just paint, and obviously except for the head. The heads are different. You got this weird dude right here with the split butt crack forehead and the pit vipers. He's the ugliest one, for sure, but he kind of grew on me. He might be my second favorite aerial bot. There's something charming about his ugliness, especially since I grew up with the Beast Wars toys. I have a soft spot for ugly Transformers. You have this handsome fellow right here. Almost too handsome. Handsome Squidward-esque with his nice little silver pompadour he's got going on. But like I said, the robots are almost identical, even down to the gaps in their legs. They have some pretty standard deluxe articulation, so you're not going to get any wrist swivels, as you can see right here. But you do have some nice silver paint. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it does have that sparkly stuff going on. Unlike the Constructicons, they do also have waists that wiggle and jiggle. And despite how much they wiggle and jiggle, there's a button right here on both figures that is activated by the combiner joint for the arms. So even though they're wiggling like they're gonna come apart, King Arthur could not pull these dummies apart. They are fitted together pretty solidly. I'm pretty strong and I can't get them to come apart. So you don't have to worry about that. They're pretty decently articulated for a deluxe, like I said. They both also share the same guns. I think the other two aerial bots have different guns each, but these two, they both have the same gun. So we got some symmetry going on, because Superion, when he's combined, I don't know if you can see him in the background, he's pretty asymmetrical. As far as biblical accuracy goes, if you look at them from the back, they are not biblically accurate. If you look at the cartoon G1 model, the jets are just straight up on their backs. They're not segmented like this, where the tail fins, I think they're called, are on the legs, and the cockpit canopy and the nose cone are on the backs. This part's pretty accurate, but they do have to split in half for the combiner gimmick. So I'll excuse the non-biblically accurate aspect. It's not too much of a deal breaker for me, despite how the legs look and maybe some shortcomings with articulation. I like these dudes. They're pretty fun. I like that all of the limbs are all deluxes. I think that comes together really well. I think they look really well. They pose really well. They have a lot of character and personality when they're on the shelf all together. I really like them. More importantly, they're very, very fun to whip back and forth between robot mode and vehicle mode. While we're on that topic, they're also triple changers too, technically, because they have to go into combine mode, but it's really not, you know. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna start off with a Slingshot here. Both transformations are basically identical. He's got some landing gear hiding out in the back of his head. That's pretty cool. Flip him around. These guys are really fun to flip back and forth. It's a really good time doing that. Fold the cockpit over his head. Fold out the wings. Let's have his big, oop, almost forgot that. This dude's got some real big clown feet. These things are enormous. Honestly, I don't mind. They're kind of ugly, but something about it, I like it when my robots are a little bit ugly. I like to remind everybody too, these are robots, so they're not gonna look perfectly humanoid, so I don't mind the giant boat feet. It also makes them virtually impossible to knock over. Love it. More importantly, the giant feet contribute to both of these figures' best feature, which I'm about to show you right now. If I can just do this really quick, we're gonna get these bad boys. His guns tab on to the bottom as if they were missiles. They're not missiles, they're guns. But I'm pretty sure jets can have wing-mounted guns too, I'm not sure. Let's fall down his landing gear really quick and get to his mold mate over here. This very American colored aerial bot. Now, for him, his nose cone, I think because of the way the intake pieces are shaped, it just sort of tabs in better on his back for some reason. But it's not that big of a difference to where I would say worry about it or really care about it. Do the same thing. You collapse both of his arms up. They're on double hinges. It's exactly the same as with Slingshot. Make sure his head's nice and square. If it's not square, it's not going to fold over and tab in correctly. Probably got a little bit of wiggle room, but you want to make sure that it's where it wants to be. Then you do the same thing. I like to combine the legs together. There's something super satisfying about them all being together in one piece. And then collapsing them down like so. They kind of soft lock right here over this peg with these two pieces, but not really. Enough to where they won't come apart once you close in the shins. Load up his weapons too. Ooh, Butterfingers. All right, this is where these two shine. These are the best looking jets, almost period, that I've ever seen on a Transformer, especially on a Transformer of this scale. This is a nice looking jet. Woo, look how clean that is on the bottom. It's flatter than your mom's butt. It's perfect, look at it, oh my God. You got the nice blue paint on the tail fin right here with the gold and the silver. Again, it's very sparkly. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. His wings are set a little bit lower than on Slingshot. From the back, there's actually a lot of difference in the molding. Not only the surface details, but the canopy, the nose cone, where the wings are positioned, the shape of the wings, the decal of the wings. I think maybe the tail fins might be shaped the same, but the paint is different. You got to be careful on Slingshot because as you rotate this, you can see it if the camera focuses, but as this rubs, paint does want to come off. Who cares though? Other than that, it's perfect. Seriously beautiful looking jet. Holds together really well. You get a little bit of the shaking, but not a whole lot. If you don't flex the combiner joint, they won't come apart. But I really can't overstate how good the vehicle modes are for these. You're not gonna get a better jet. I've transformed and messed around with third-party jets that don't look this good. At this price point, you cannot beat these jet modes. They are perfect. You even got a little molded in landing gear back here on the fronts of his shins. I just love these. They look really nice. They hold together really well. They're painted really well. I especially like him. I like his lower set wings. They're just really nice. They're really, really nice. Yeah. If you want deluxe fighter jet robots and eventually to combine into Superion back there, look at that handsome fellow back there. Look how tall and heavy he is. Then you need these. These are perfect. You want jets? Go get them. If you want nice robot modes for, I think, $24.99, you cannot go wrong. These are really, really fun. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe or leave me a like. I got more videos coming. I'm gonna review Superion. I got Devastator, 86 Megatron. We're gonna get this thing going. Go out and buy these. If you're in San Diego, I picked these guys up at Toy Addicts. That's my spot. If you're not, you should still go get them. All right, guys. Later.